Chad Hugo. Pockets too big, they sumo. 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 Pull card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her no Chad Hugo. Pockets too big, they sumo. Pockets too big, they sumo. Pockets too big, they sumo.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, it's Mixon. And right away, he lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. So the defense there. Opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a former Buckeye back home. It's Carlos Hyde. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Second down, Mayfield. Flush to his right. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku from 17 yards out. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Passing, it's Dalton. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision. On 4th and 1, let's see what they decide to do.
You better get in the weight room, son. I'm too strong out here. Too big for you.
Marvin Lewis going to leave the offense out there. 4th down, they're going for it. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Good. 368. Sweet. 368. Over here. Yes.
1st and 10 for Dalton. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On the run, it's Mixon. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And Eifert has it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. On the screen, Bernard. He's to the 10. Nice move at the 5. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Nixon trying to punch it in, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give it to him up the middle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. So Dalton now. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Mayfield on 1st down. Screenplay, Johnson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On second down, Mayfield again. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Landry, the intended target. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Dalton throwing on second down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So 2 quarters. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. The third quarter begins with a run by Hyde. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
Mayfield now, and he's got his man. That's Landry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
First down, a run for Hyde. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Mayfield to throw it, eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, Mayfield. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, 55 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second down, Dalton. Flushed out right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feeling.
The teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. So they have the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Michael Johnson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone. Detroit. Number 90. Hot.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. 23 yards on the play. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Mayfield now on second down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap able to drop him for a loss of a couple. The Browns on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third down and 12. Mayfield from the gun on third down. Flush to his right. Going deep here for Landry. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 65 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. He's going to air it out deep for Green. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On third down, Dalton. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Joe Schobert, he's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Carl Lawson, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. Trying to get it to Landry there.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
They Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Go on the ball.
They'll run again with Bernard. And some room to work. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it, because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're telling your coach, come on, coach.